woman has shared the heartbreaking news she recently got after a doctor's appointment, and it has nothing to do with health. The worry of a potential cancer diagnosis or another life-changing illness can be terrifying, especially if it's for a loved one. However, this was just one strain endured by a wife who at the same time learned her husband of 35 years' terrible secret. The distraught spouse has since taken to an online discussion forum to seek advice on what to do after overhearing her partner confess his love for someone else. The woman, who was 10 minutes away from her 60th birthday, had already had an emotional day after waiting with her husband, who was undergoing medical tests to detect suspected cancer. On top of everything, she was also just 10 minutes away from her 60th birthday, but had very little to celebrate. Taking to Reddit, she said she could hear her husband talking while he stepped out onto the porch after they returned home to take the call. She said, "I was wondering who he was talking to because no one else is here except his dad, who was in his bedroom, so I listened." As reported by The Mirror, she said, "I heard him say stuff like 'I love you more than anything, you are my soulmate, but we can't start our life together until I know if I have cancer or not because I don't want to burden you with that," he went on to say when his biopsy appointment was, and again stating how much he loved this person. "He has never declared his undying love to me or ever referred to me as his soulmate, so I was a bit confused at first, and then I realized what I was hearing." The woman went on to explain that she and her husband shared caring responsibilities for her 87-year-old father-in-law and that they had adult children who didn't live locally. She also divulged that a decade previously, she had caught her husband using a website called Adult Friend Finder, but that the pair had worked things out at the time, so his most recent betrayal wasn't entirely out of the blue. She explained that the first time she had caught him trying to be unfaithful, she had created her own account on the dating website and started messaging her husband whilst posing as someone else, before eventually confronting him. Just 2 months before she had confirmation he was being unfaithful to her after the doctor's appointment, she once again found the dating website open on his Kindle but let it slide because she just didn't have the energy for another confrontation and all that it entails. However, having it confirmed that her husband of over 3 decades was cheating on her left her struggling with what to do next. She asked, "Do I shut my mouth and sit back and watch how this plays out? It is tempting to watch him lie and cheat and not know that I know. It could be interesting. Or do I go in the bedroom where he is now sleeping and open this can of life-changing BT and tell him what I know? Do I sleep on it and confront in the morning?" she asked the other Reddit users. Later she updated her post, confirming that she had confronted her husband screaming and that the marriage is over and right now I am so exhausted. Other Reddit users rushed to support the woman, with many encouraging her to leave her husband as soon as possible. "Your 60th birthday present to yourself should be freedom," one commenter wrote. Another advised, "Confront him ASAP. Has choosing to stay with you if he has cancer BC he knows you'll take care of him. Honey, if you had cancer he'd leave you. Don't be his caretaker or his father's any longer, he's using you. You need to do a deep dive on finances to make sure you understand where everything sits and that has not made any financial moves in anticipation of leaving you," said a third commenter. Newsletter here.